Fear is the biggest dream killer. If we really analyze fear, what are we really fearing? Are we being chased by animals or people that are trying to kill us? The reality is that what's really chasing us is our own thoughts. Hi everyone, this is Andres Ruiz, and this is the second episode of H4L Transformative Coaching Podcast. Today we'll be talking about fear and how we contemplate about what we must do too much. We think to the point of talking ourselves out of doing what we must do. We associate too much pain to what we know we should be doing and call it fear. Fear is just bad management of our own thoughts. We make up all these stories that stop us from taking action, then we fail to follow through with our plans. We have to face fear with competence. When we have competence, we then develop confidence to face that fear. The more we understand that facing the fear is what it takes to overcome the fear, the more confidence we develop in whatever area of our life we are struggling with. Mark Twain said, "Do the thing you fear the most, and the death of fear is certain." We have three factors that cause us to have this fear. One of them is loss pain. Loss pain is when we say, if I change my career, I'm going to lose a job where I'm comfortable. We say to ourselves, we will miss the people we work with. We say, what if I can't find a better paying job? I will lose my 401k. Loss pain also goes for when we decide to go on a diet. We have that fear that we're going to miss out on all those delicious, unhealthy foods that we love and are keeping us overweight. When we have addictions, we also deal with loss pain. The addiction of cigarette, or in my case, it used to be alcohol. We have that loss pain that we won't be able to breathe in that calmness we get when we smoke a cigarette, when in reality, we are really breathing in poison. Loss pain for alcohol would be missing out on that buzz we get from drinking alcohol. If we don't have alcohol, we can't have a good time. That's how I used to think. What we don't look at is the gains that we get from taking action on what we must do. We may lose that secure job that we hate, but then find a job that we love. If we leave our job, we can start that business we've always wanted. We may lose friends if we leave our current job, but we will gain new ones. We might gain people that will push us to pursue our dreams because they themselves are pursuing their dream. When we're around people that want more, it motivates us to want more. If we go on a diet, we have to see what we will have, more energy and feel better about ourselves. If we stop eating unhealthy foods, we'll definitely get a lot of gains from that. We must see the good we will get out of letting go of those foods that are doing harm to our body. If we quit smoking, we'll be able to go for a run and not feel out of breath. We will have better health. If we stop drinking, we have to see that we will have better health as well. Save money and maybe find something productive to do rather than drink all night and do non-productive activities. It's good to focus on what we will gain rather than what we will lose in regards to our bad habits. Another fear that stops us is process pain. We look at the process that we have to go through in order for us to get to where we want. We think, I should get a different job. I hate this job. Then we tell ourselves, if I quit my job, I would have to go to a new place, update my resume, meet new people, blah, blah, blah. Making up excuses and talking ourselves out of the idea of quitting our job. Then going back to work and going through the same routine and working 8 hours in something that we hate. If we start a business, we then start looking at the process of having to write down an action plan, all the responsibilities, and we tell ourselves, I won't have time for my family and my business at the same time. You might lose money in the process. I know I've had that happen to me quite a few times. If we try to quit smoking, thinking about the process to quit smoking makes us feel stressed. Going through withdrawals, being frustrated, having the shakes, the addiction of the nicotine. That also goes for all the people that are addicted to drinking. I know I can relate to this. Going through the process of not going out to the clubs, not hanging out with friends anymore like you used to. The process of letting go of that buzz or getting really drunk is hard. It's very hard, to let that go. Sometimes we must have a reason why we must quit drinking. For me, it was my boy that made me want to change. What is yours? Like, ask yourself, what is my why? You see, I had to take care of my health because if I got sick, who would take care of him? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, every now and then I do have a couple of beers or a tequila, but not even close to how I used to. For people, thinking about going on diets, we don't want to go through the process of shopping in different stores or different areas of the store. We think about the process of learning how to cook new meals is annoying. Having to give up fast food restaurants that make it more convenient, of course, for us to save time, but they really don't help you lose weight. We also think about the process of exercising, something that we hate the most. That's, I think, the biggest deal that we make about trying to lose weight, having to exercise. Our bodies are just used to sitting down and not doing that much activity. So the thought of exercising makes us tired just thinking about it. I know I used to feel that way too. The thought of this routine strikes fear in us, which then leads to us taking little action. And with that little action, we tell ourselves, I told you this wouldn't work. Now we have no belief that we can accomplish our goal, and we give up. Whatever challenge you're facing, in order for you to get the results you want, you must go through the process. If we take on this challenge, it develops us into a stronger person and makes us a more disciplined person. If we become a stronger and more disciplined person, we can face our challenges without fear. We must also enjoy the process, because the process, if you make it exciting, it'll make it easier for you to just get up and go exercise or do whatever it is you need to do. An inspirational speaker once told me, you have to love the process, because the process is what will give you the results you desire, which is very true. The last thing that we fear is the outcome. We ask ourselves, what if I don't get what I want? What if my outcome is worse than where I'm at right now? Instead of looking at it in a negative way, let's focus on the positive. If you smoke, look at how life would be if you gave up that addiction. You would save money, your health would be better, and you would not be contributing to the pollution that cigarettes are causing. Tell yourself that your outcome will be that you will feel more fit, happy, vibrant, and energized. If you go on a diet, tell yourself that the outcome will give you new skills on how to cook new, healthier foods. Some of us have not tasted new foods in years because we have eaten the same types of foods our whole lives. Some of us consume a lot of processed foods that have no nutrition at all. Then we wonder why we're overweight, sick, and tired. Have you ever ate a whole bag of chips and after 30 minutes you're still hungry? It has no nutrients, so it doesn't fill you up. Then you're eating something else, another processed food that's not going to fill you up, and another one and another one. Tell yourself, when I lose weight, I will feel good. I'll look good, and I will be able to buy clothes that I've always wanted. Just think about Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor. When he loses weight and all he wants to do is buy spandex because he is so excited about his new body. Now, I'm not saying for you to buy spandex. Maybe buy a couple of spandex, but not too many. Okay? So the more we obsess with loss pain, process pain, and outcome pain, the more we will stop ourselves from getting the results we want. We know what we must do to improve our lives. Why aren't we doing it? We associate too much fear to what we must do. Today might be a great day to sit down and ask yourself, what do I really want in my life? Why haven't I been progressing in that area? See, when you start asking yourself these questions, you will discover it's because of the fear of loss. Maybe the process requires more than what your current expectations require, or the outcome. What if I get my goal and I'm still not happy? What we must do is flip it and focus on the gains that we will get from changing our habits. Think of the joy and positive outcomes. When you think of the positives, you will begin thinking happy thoughts and you will find yourself getting ahead and further in life. And then you can find your life purpose. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to contact me at my email, lifecoachvida@gmail.com. I will put the email at the bottom of this podcast. I would also appreciate it if you would please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Life Coach Vida. That's all separate. Life Coach Vida. And another thing, if you're interested in having a free breakthrough session with me, please go to my website called lifecoach.wix.com/happy4life. And I'll also put that the link for the website at the bottom of this podcast. And if you could just please fill out the form so we can set up your free session with me to see if life coaching is for you. And so we can get your transformation started so you can live a prosperous and happy life. Remember, fear is not real. The only one that can make fear real is you. Let's not allow fear to have us live a life of regrets when we leave this earth. Jim Rohn said it best. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, as opposed to the pain of regret, which weighs tons. This is Andres Ruiz signing off, and I will see you on the next episode of H4L Transformative Coaching Podcast. Thank you.